What's up, gamers? We are here today. We are going to play World of Warcraft. So we are going to start off with a paladin. This is for all of you who are new to World of Warcraft, have never played it before. We are going to do a starting guide. So without further ado, let's get started. The first thing we want to do is create our character. Now you just click down here and you click create new character. And you can pick any of the races and whatever class you want. For our character, we chose a paladin. So I went here, I chose a human paladin. You hit customize, and you can change their appearance any way you want it to be. You can randomize it, whatever you want. You can change skin color, their facial, what they look like on their face, shape, hairstyle, hair color, mustache, beard, whatever you want. Depending on what race you are, you can change all sorts of stuff. So you can play around, see what you like. After that, we want to name our character. So we've already made one, but you just name it whatever you want to name it. It'll give a green check mark right here if it's a name that's not been taken. So this name is not been taken, so you can use that name. For example, let's say we want to use Buck Test. That name has been taken because that's our other character, so it's a red X. Once you have a name that you like, you just click next. Now we've already created our paladin, so we're going to use Buck Test right here. So let's get started. Once you are ready to create your character, you will click on your character and hit Enter World.
You are a soldier of the Noble Alliance, a coalition of kingdoms upholding the ideals of valor and justice across Azeroth. An Alliance expedition sent to explore an uncharted island has recently gone missing. As a bold new recruit, you have joined a rescue mission departing from Stormwind. Find the lost expedition members and bring them home. For the Alliance.
Alright, so that is the intro video for Exile's Reach, which is the first place that we are trying today. So let's get started here. You want to put your hands on WASD on your keyboard. That's just the tutorial part, and then you click OK. So a lot of people like to play with the WASD. W will make you go forward. A makes you go to turn to the left. S makes you go backwards. D makes you go to turn to the right. So however you want to use that, go for it. So let's click OK. Spacebar, by the way, will make you jump. All right, to look around, you want to hold down the right mouse button. You want to look around. Now you can use the WASD keys to move around. So let's go talk to Captain Garrick. You can talk to anybody in the game by going up to them and right-clicking them. All right, let's read the quest. Prepare yourself, Buck Test. We are nearing the island where the previous expedition was lost. Warm up in these combat dummies. We need everyone ready for whatever we find on that island. Your quest objective is to warm up by fighting a combat dummy. And this tells you what your rewards will be. So we'll get 55 copper and 200 experience. And then right here you want to click accept. So now we want to go and destroy a combat dummy. So right here there's a bunch of combat dummies. Any of these will work. We're going to enable our action bars so that we have all of them showing, just so that way we've got it the way that I like it. All right, so let's go attack a combat dummy. So when you get close to him, you see here on the right side it says Crusader Strike, 4 mana, melee range, instant, 6-second cooldown, and it strikes the target for 21 physical damage and generates 1 holy power. So we want to use that to generate holy power. You can either click it, you can press the 1 button on your keyboard, or if you have an MMO mouse which has 12 buttons on the side, you can press the 1 on that with your thumb. Either way, whatever you want to do, let's go ahead and attack. You'll also be auto-attacking while this is going on. There's nothing you have to do for that. We just want to watch, and when this comes off cooldown, we want to attack it. We've destroyed the combat dummy, so now we can go turn the quest in.
We have a mission to accomplish.
Warming up. Good. Looks like you've kept up your paladin training during our voyage. I'm concerned about the sudden turn in weather. Spar with Private Cole while I speak with the ship's crew. Cole's report will determine where we'll place you on our initial expedition team. Now you can click Complete Quest.
Keep your guard up. Live Private Cole will run
You've gained experience. Down here is your XP bar. This will tell you how much experience you need to gain the next level. So let's go talk to Private Cole. If you see somebody with an exclamation point like this above their head, that means that they are now able to give you a quest. So we'll talk to Private Cole.
We'll save the expedition in no time.
Stand your ground. I hope this rain isn't a bad omen. This is supposed to be a simple rescue mission. You'll be sparring with me today. We have to make sure you can handle yourself once we make landfall. Let's see what you've got. So let's spar with Private Cole. Click accept. And now he's going to run over here.
I'll let you have the first strike. Private Cole, reporting for duty.
We'll use one.
Never run from your opponent. Stand your ground and fight until the end. Remember to always face your enemy.
When he moves around, you have to move with him. I use WASD. I'll press D to move backwards. And now we've won. We also just leveled.
What we find on that island?
So, we've just leveled. We now can use, we've gotten a new spell. So you can either come on here and click this, where it says Spellbook and Professions, or you can press P on your keyboard. So we have a new spell here called Shield of the Righteous. It's a new ability. So we can put that on our bar. We'll put that right here. Now the way this works, slams enemies in front of you with your shield, causing 9 holy damage, increasing your armor by 34 for 4.5 seconds. But it costs 3 holy power. So you use Crusader Strike to generate 1 holy power, and after you use it 3 times, you then can attack with this. Now right here will show you how much holy power you've got. You've got 1, 2, 3 holy power. So when these light up yellow, that means you have holy power. We also can look at our general abilities. Most of these say passive. So most of these, you can't actually click them to use. They just do stuff on their own. However, we do have Will to Survive, which is already on our bar down here. This just removes all stun effects. It's a 3-minute cooldown, so if you get stunned, you can use it. I'm going to put that up here because we won't use that very often. It's not really something you use outside of player versus player or sometimes in dungeons. So let's go on with our quest. We're going to turn in this one. You're a skilled paladin recruit. I think you'll prove a welcome addition to the main rescue team. Complete that quest. Alright, so we have a new quest from Private Cole. That's it for warming up. You and the other new recruits are a promising bunch, I'll tell you that much. Hold on, what's that sound? I think something big is headed our way. We need to find Captain Garrick inside the ship. We click accept.
Captain, we can't weather this storm for long.
everyone below
Alright, we
deck.
gotta find Captain Garrick. We're gonna go over here. Alright, so we want to turn our quest in to Captain Garrick. The ship may not make it to the island. Uh-oh. Hold on to something sturdy and stick with your fellow recruits. We'll get through this.
Stay focused and sharp.
We click complete quest. And now we're going to the island. Ooh, we've wrecked. So sometimes you see stuff like this in the game, And it's just people spamming stuff. So what you can do is right click on their name in the chat and click report player, and inappropriate communication or inappropriate name, but in this case you want inappropriate communication, and we put spam because they're just spamming the same thing over again. I don't know what they're spamming because it's not in English and that's the only language I speak. So we are going to report that for spamming, and that will also block them so that you don't see all their chat again. Had this issue the other day when I was playing this. Just had the same thing going on, so you know, we'll just take care of it now. Alright, so here's our quest. Captain Garrick.
We'll find that missing expedition.
Murloc Mania. I'm glad you made it out in one piece. Judging by the nearby shipwrecks, I think it's safe to say the missing expedition ran aground here too. We can't move until we've got the remaining survivors back on their feet. Unfortunately, our remaining supplies have been stolen by Murlocs, annoying little pests. I need you to recover enough first aid supplies for the wounded. Then we can begin searching for the missing expedition. So we need to recover 6 first aid kits from Murlocs. Let's click accept.
Murlocs are dangerous in large numbers. Take back our supplies, but avoid fighting too many of them at once.
Alright, now we are getting close to level 3 down here. We've got about 3.5 bars left to go, just about 35%. So let's go fight some Murlocs, and we can loot here. Anytime you see that sparkling corpse there, that means that you can loot it and get some loot. We got 7 copper is what we got from it. Now, to turn on auto loot, you press escape, or you can click the question mark down here, and we go to options, and we make sure there's auto loot. It'll be turned off normally, and we just turn it on, and in that way it'll loot anything that we have, and it'll automatically put it into our bags. Also, if you are playing for the first time, until you are level 8, you'll have to loot each individual person that you have killed, rather than you'll see on mine, I can take out 2 people, and after I've taken out 2 people, I can loot 1, and it'll loot everything. But well, you'll get that when you're level 8, if this is the first time that you've played. There's a first aid kit. There's another first aid kit. We need 1 more first aid kit. These Murlocs just have a chance to drop them whenever you loot them. Now we've built up enough holy power, we could use our Shield of the Righteous there. So we are now 6 of 6. We have our quest complete. So we'll run down here, and we will go turn in Murloc Mania.
The Alliance leaves no one behind.
Did you recover the first aid kits? Don't take the Murlocs lightly.
Stay focused and
Excellent work. Let's get the survivors back on their feet. We'll turn that in, and we've just gotten another level. And we also have a new quest. We have to patch everyone up before we can begin the search for the missing expedition. Take this first aid kit and tend to the wounded. No one gets left behind. We need to use a first aid kit on Austin Huxworth, Bjorn Stouthands, and Keela. So we hit accept. They are all here. Now, there's 2 ways we can do this. Next to our quest right here that we have, this is our quest log. Next to our quest log, we can use this ability on somebody, or if you move close enough, you put their mouse over them. If you move close enough, then you can now just click on them. Just left click, the normal click, and it'll bandage them. And now you have to stay standing still while that cast bar is going down there. If you move, it'll interrupt it like this. I'll show you. See, it interrupted it. So you want to stand still while you're doing this.
Never seen a storm like that.
Alright. The last person is Bjorn Stouthands. We'll heal him up.
Nasty storm. It must have hit the first boat too.
Alright. Now we're going to go over here, turn this quest into Captain Garrick. We're ready to move. Let's find that missing expedition. Let's click complete quest. Finding the lost expedition. I saw a fire near some wreckage up ahead. We should investigate it to see if there are more survivors. You're the greenest of the recruits, so you're coming with me. The others will search the island for clues. Let's move. We need to search the nearby camp for expedition survivors. Click accept.
Stay focused
And up here you can see on your mini map there's a blue circle and it's going to tell you where to go. Now
Now
before we do that, we have a new ability. So let's check and see what this is. We've got Judgment, which is a 30-yard range, so you can use it from a distance. And it is instant, there's no cast time, and it has a 12-second cooldown, so you can use it once every 12 seconds. Deals damage to the target, judges the target, dealing 15 holy damage. So we're going to put that right down here. Alright, so we can open up our map. You can press M to open up your map. And you can see the map. This is the whole area that we're in right now, Exile's Reach. So we want to head towards where that marker is at, and that's where we want to go. That's us right there. Whichever way the arrow is pointing, that's the way you're facing. So we want to go that way to find the Lost Expedition. And while you're running, you can look at the sights and everything and see all the cool stuff out here. There's so much cool stuff to look at. There's a shipwreck over there. You've got murlocs all around. A big giant hill right here. Mountains in the distance and a big old castle. We've found the abandoned camp. Here's Ilaria. Let's talk to Ilaria. Finding the Lost Expedition. The others. Taken. Need food. Click complete quest. And we have a new quest from Captain Garrick here. Called Cooking Meat. This is Ilaria, a Draenei shaman who is with the Lost Expedition. She's nearly starved to death. We need to get her something to eat. Slay some of the nearby wildlife for their meat. Bring whatever you find here to cook. If we can help Ilaria regain her strength, she might be able to tell us what happened to the others. So we need to get 5 raw meat from wildlife around the abandoned camp, then cook it on the campfire. We click accept. And this blue circle up here, anything inside that area is where the quest is. So we can kill any of these animals and get meat. So we're going to use Crusader Strike, which actually took him completely out. But right now we have 1 holy power. So let's try to build up to 3 holy powers so that we can use our Shield of the Righteous. See what we can find. Also, right here we have a treasure chest up here in our mini-map. Let's go to there and go open up that chest and see what's inside. See what we can loot. Also, to open up your inventory, you can press B, and that will open up your inventory. You can also, right down here, click on your backpack, and that'll open up your inventory too. So all we have is this. Now, we'll equip it just to get our appearance. But we just have these things, nothing really excellent that we can use. So let's open up his treasure chest and see what we get. All you gotta do when it turns to a gear like this, you just click on it. And it has to be gold. If it's silver like this, you're too far away, you can't click it. If you move closer, you can click it. Once it turns gold, you're good to click it. So we got some XP, and we leveled up to level 4 from that. And we got some new gear. We've got this belt, which we'll go ahead and equip that. And then some loot. So let's open up our spellbook and professions, which is P, or you can click on this. And we've got Flash of Light. So let's put that right here. And now we can heal ourselves. Now, personally, I'm going to move this up around because I have my own way that I like to have this. I like to have this in 7. My Flash of Light I like to have as... Where do I have that normally? I think I have that at 9. I guess that's for my... This I like to put as 4, and I like to have this as 5. But that's just because I use an MMO mouse. So you can put these anywhere on your bar that you want, whatever works for you, whatever works best. I'm going to probably click the abilities right now, so that way you can kind of see how they work. So we'll probably just leave this stuff up here, so you can see, because we're going to use Crusader Strike and Judgment quite a bit, but Crusader Strike will build up Holy Power, and then we'll use that Holy Power on Shield of the Righteous. So let's see, can we get up here? I don't think we can get up there. I think it's too big of a hill. but we can make these come to us by using judgment. Then we'll use that. So we have one holy power, so let's go see if we can't get this guy to come down. We'll use judgment, and then we'll use Crusader Strike, and now we have 2 holy power. Let's loot and get our raw meat. Oh, here's another one we can take. So now we're going to have 3 holy power, so we can use Shield of the Righteous. So bam, we use Shield of the Righteous. So now he's down. We've got raw meat. Be this person. So while we're running to him, we'll use Judgment. So that's because we can use it from far away. Then we'll use Crusader Strike once we get there. And now we have all 5, so we got to go back to the fire and cook the meat for Ilaria.
The Quillboar ambushed us. Eat first, Ilaria. You need your strength.
She needs your strength. All right, please, I need some food. Hit continue, and then Ilaria quickly eats the meat that you cooked. By the light, I feel so much better. You need to keep moving. Quillboar have kidnapped the expedition, including Captain Garrick's son. So we're going to get some tough jerky as a reward, and some experience, and some silver and copper. So we click complete quest. And now we'll grab this quest from Captain Garrick. Enhanced combat tactics. Ilaria says that the Quillboar kidnapped the rest of the expedition, including my son. Chances are we'll have to brave the Quillboar's den. That's no small feat. They are far more aggressive and intelligent than Murlocs you faced earlier. I need to make sure I'm not sending you to your death. We're going to have one last sparring session. Spar with Captain Garrick is the quest objective.
Lives depend on us.
So we'll watch where she runs to, and then we're going to go fight her.
You need to be ready for the dangers ahead.
And if we listen carefully, she'll tell you what she wants to, what abilities she wants you to use.
Let's see what you know.
So we start off here. It says generate holy power. Press 1 to use Crusader Strike.
Crusader Strike increases your holy power. You'll need it to use more potent abilities.
So we keep using that. We don't need to use Judgment here because she wants us to build up our holy power and then use Shield of the Righteous.
Use Shield of the Righteous now. Fine work.
So now we've got 1 of 3. So we got to do it 3 times.
Good. Keep using Crusader Strike to build up.
Just got to keep using Crusader Strike. We'll get to 3. Now we'll use Shield of the Righteous.
You're out of holy power, so use Crusader Strike to generate more. You're getting the hang of it. Keep using Crusader
We have
Strike
1
to
holy
build up.
power. 2 holy power. 3 holy power, and now we can use Shield of the Righteous to finish her.
Good. You're ready to face the Quillboar. Let's get our people back.
Alright, we can go turn our quest in now. Just wait for her to get back here.
We'll find that missing.
Fine work, Buck Test. Let's speak with Ilaria and hunt down those Quillboar. Click complete quest. Northbound. The Quillboar kidnapped the rest of the expedition and took them to the north. I heard mention of needing more sacrifices for some sort of ritual. Please, you must rescue them. Captain Garrick's son was part of our group. He swore to his mother he would save us. He swore his mother would save us. We need to scout northward and find Austin Huxworth.
Go with the light. We'll head north and rendezvous with the others.
So we're going to go this way.
Recover your
We have a
stamina.
question mark right up here. You can also open your map and see that it's up that way.
I've never given up on any member of the Alliance. I'm not about to start by failing my son.
Over here. The Quillboar are conducting some sort of ritual.
Alright, so we're going to go click on Austin Huxworth. Northbound. I've got some good news and some very, very bad news.
Keep your chin up.
We just leveled. There's a member of the expedition trapped by Quillboar up ahead. Let's go over the plans to rescue him. So we have 2 quests here. We have 1 on top, 1 on bottom. So we'll do the top one and grab that quest.
Hunt goes on.
Forbidden Quillboar Necromancy. Quillbor are primitive and savage. They rarely practice any magic other than geomancy, but these particular Quillbor seem to be dabbling in necromancy. They must be stopped. Slay the Quillbor in the den. We cannot allow them to raise an army of the undead. Slay 7 Quillbor within the Quillbor Briar Patch. Down with the Quillbor. From what I can gather, the Quillbor are performing a necromantic ritual on one of the expedition members. Their chief is Geolord Gregcock. If he is the one who seeks to drain the life from our friend, slay Gregog and save the captive member of the expedition. He may know where the others were taken. So we need to slay Geolord Gregog.
Let's go.
Alright, so we're going to go up this way. We have the blue circle here. That's where we want to go. We have 2 parts, the 7 Quillbor, and then we got to kill the mini-boss. So let's use 3 while we're closing in. Press 1. We'll press 1 for another Crusader Strike. Oh, we got him. Let's loot, get our copper. 6 copper from that, not bad. There's 2. There's no more over there, so we're going to run in here and see what we can find. Oh, we also need to see what we got here. We've got a new item, or new ability called Hammer of Justice. This will stun your target for 6 seconds. So if you use it on your target, they will be stunned. They can't move, they can't attack, can't do anything for 6 seconds. Now, you can only use it once every minute. So let's put this right here. You probably won't use it too often, but I'll use it here to show you how it works. We'll go this way because they're going to take off that guy. There's a mini boss right here, the Ogre Overseer. Let's go take him out. He just spawned, so let's go to take him out. We'll use our Hammer of Justice on him and see he's stunned, so he can't move or attack for 6 seconds now. And we can attack him. There's a Crusader Strike, and there we go. Now we've got these 3 over here. We're going to grab all 3 of these guys. And we're going to use Shield of the Righteous on them. He's running away, so we're going to use Judgment since he's running away. And Crusader Strike on him. We got all 3 of them. We'll use 1. And then you use Shield of the Righteous, and then Judgment. Now our health is a little low, so we want to use Flash of Light here and heal ourselves up. There we go. We also have a new piece of gear, so let's open our bags and bring our character pane open. So if you press C or click down here where your character's face is, it opens up your character pane, and you can see what gear you have equipped. So right here we have this cloak, which is better because we don't have any cloak. Also, if you hold shift down over the whatever while you have your mouse over, it'll show you what you currently have equipped. So right here we can see we don't have anything equipped. So we're going to click that. We can click and drag it, or if you just right click with your mouse, it'll automatically put it in there. And this button here will clean up your bag. So if you're like me and you don't like to have any empty space, you can do that. All right, so here's the boss we have to fight. Use Crusader Strike and build up our Holy Power. We'll stun him so he can't move. He can't attack us. Can't do anything. He's just taking damage. There's a big swirl. Anytime you see a swirl like that, you probably want to move out of it because it's going to usually do damage. All right, we got him. So we still have 1 more Quillbor we need to take care of. There's one right here. We use Shield of the Righteous on him, and then another Crusader Strike. And there we go. Completed our quest. There's another treasure up here we can grab. So let's go and take a look at that and see about grabbing it. Quillbor treasures. We're going to loot that. We got 370 experience, and we got some other loot.
You're Captain Garrick, Henry's mother. He always said you'd come for us.
Well, he was right. Now, where's the rest of the expedition?
I'm not sure, but I know how we can find out.
All right. Alright, forbidden Quillbore necromancy. Good work. I hope those Quillbore learn that necromancy is not a path to power. We're going to get some gloves right there.
Keep your chin up.
Let's turn that in. Thanks for saving my life. They said this would be a run-of-the-mill, uneventful expedition. It definitely was not, and I couldn't be happier.
Take it easy. And always take samples.
So our new quest is the Scout-O-Matic 5000. You're looking for Henry Garrick, right? He's a nice guy, a bit glum, but nice. Luckily, you have happened to rescue the one and only Lindy Springstock, inventor extraordinaire. I've got my Scout-O-Matic 5000 all set to go. It will fly up in the air and let you scout the entire area. I'll give you the honors. Use my Scout-O-Matic 5000 to find Henry and the rest of the expedition.
Let me know how it goes.
So right up here, here's the Scout-O-Matic 5000.
Let's just unshrink it. Whoops, too big.
Oh, he made it too big. Now it's the right size. So, sometimes this is what's called a vehicle. When you see a green arrow like this, you can jump into it and it might change your bars a bit. But it'll usually a vehicle, and sometimes you can control it, sometimes you can't. This particular one, the Scout-O-Matic 5000, you cannot control. It's just going to take you for a ride. So we click on it, and we just sit back and enjoy.
Come in. It seems the Scout-O-Matic 5000's camera is working as expected.
It has a camera? Then why does anyone need to be up there?
As a backup, of course. What if the machine were to break? We wouldn't be able to see. I mean, I doubt anything of the sort will happen. Just don't jostle it around too much.
So we're scouting the area.
Say something.
Uh-oh. It's a two-headed ogre.
Take your soul.
Gorgroth.
Raise the dragon from the dead.
They want to raise a dragon.
Full force of the Alliance will rain down upon you.
Ha! Our dragon will crush them. We have other rituals to oversee. Savor the final moments of your life.
They're bringing a dragon back from the dead? How are we going to deal with that?
We have to stop the sacrifice. But it would take an army to get through all of the undead.
Or science. The resizer can enlarge one of the nearby boars so it can trample all of those monsters flat.
We don't
Ooh,
have
that's a
to
good
do
plan.
this. My son's life is on the line.
We have to save her son. Alright, we'll turn our quest in.
Is nothing next.
There's no problem a little resizing can't fix. Let's find something to stomp those undead flat.
Bring back something interesting.
The resizer version 9.0.1 barely works on inanimate objects. I have no idea what it will do to organic matter, but if we do nothing, Henry will die, so we have to do it. Desperate times call for massively experimental science, Buck Test. Take the resizer version 9.0.1. I'll follow you around and calibrate it. We're going to whip up a giant boar.
Take it easy.
So we have to use it on 3 people. Oh, we have another quest. Oh, never mind. That went away. Alright, so we have 3 boar right here. So again, when you get close enough, you can click on them and it'll use the ability. There's one. That one's too small. And let's use it on this one. There's a 5-second cooldown on it. Actually, an 8-second cooldown on it, looks like. Alright, last one. Let's try this guy. See if it works. Oh, it did it! Alright, we've got giant boar with us now.
Alliance leaves no one behind.
I never thought I'd be so relieved to be face to face with a giant, scientifically enhanced boar. Let's go save my son.
Don't leave your post unattended.
We don't know how long the resizing will last, so let's get moving. We're going to ride this giant boar and mow down the army of undead between us and Henry. The large ones are pulsing with dark magic. If we kill them, I bet they'll take out any enemies near them. Hopefully Henry will know more about whatever the ogres are planning. So we need to ride the giant boar to destroy the undead army.
Stay focused and we'll deal with the army.
We also have
The
a
rest
new
of you,
ability.
push forward and set up camp once we've cleared a path.
So this is consecration. So we're going to put that down here. And what this does is it puts stuff in the ground. So all this stuff, any enemies that are inside of that will take 20 holy damage over 12 seconds. You only have one down at a time, though, and it's got a 9-second cooldown. But it lasts for 12 seconds, I believe. Alright, so let's click on this boar. Now this guy is another vehicle, but you see how this all changed? We can control him and move him around wherever we want. When we press 1, it'll be trample, which will make him charge forward, and we want to use charge when we're lined up with these big guys right here. So lined up and press 1, and it chunk them out. It's going to line up here, press 1, take them out. We have to do 8 of them. There's 1, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and last one, 8.
Something's happening to the boar. Hang on, recruit.
Uh-oh. He's back to normal size. Oh, he shrunk.
Now let's finish off that
Poor little boar.
save my son.
Okay, now we have to take out Torgok. So we're going to drop Consecration so that he's taking damage the whole time. Use our Crusader Strike. Then Judgment. We'll wait for Crusader Strike to be available again. We'll use it again. We'll stun him so he can't move. And we did
Check on
it.
Henry.
Mother, I'm sorry. I tried to fight the ogres, but they were too strong.
Henry, always remember that you are more than your mistakes.
We're going
Now,
to use our
Private
flash of light to
Garrett,
heal
I
real
want
quick.
A full situation report.
We have to rescue my friends.
Thank you, stranger. I thought I was going to be punished for failing to save my friends. I'm relieved that I was mistaken. Alright, so we are going to grab this one-handed sword. You can grab either one of these you want. The sword does a little bit more damage, though, so the sword is actually the slightly better item. You can see it shows 1 to 2 damage, and the cudgel says 1 damage. The speed is the same. Don't worry too much about speed. What you really want to look at is that damage per second. And this says it does 0.6 damage per second, and this one does 0.4 damage per second. They both give +1 stamina. As a paladin, strength is our more important stat right now. If you choose, when you hit level 10, you get to choose which spec you want to play, whether you want to be protection, retribution, or holy paladin. Protection paladin is a tank, so we're supposed to take a bunch of damage. Retribution paladin is a DPS, so they do damage per second, and they're just all about damaging people. And holy paladin is a healer. Now, holy paladin's main stat is intellect, but protection and retribution is strength. So we're going to look for stuff that has strength on it and try to grab those items. So let's complete the quest. Sometimes it can bug out like that. Oh, there we go. That's why. Okay, I know why I did that then. So we're going to stick with this for right now. Complete the quest.
Captain Garrick. The ogres are using necromancy to raise a dragon from the dead. They need sacrifices like us to fuel their magic. They're about to start a ritual there. It's already begun. They're going to use the life force they gathered to reanimate the dragon.
Then we need to move quickly. Recruit Private Garrick. The Alliance never gives up hope, even in the face of disaster. We'll put a stop to these rituals before the ogres can complete them. Let's go.
All right. That says we have a new piece of gear, so let's open our bag. We have a sword that is better. So we want to equip that. We have the sword equipped now. And there we go. Also put those on just so we collect the appearance, as well as those. We have a bunch of loot that we don't need, but we'll replace that later. Alright, so we need to grab this quest that's over here.
Ogres and necromancers.
Quartermaster Richter was able to scavenge supplies from the wreckages on this island. Why don't you visit her and see if she has anything that you need? You'll want to be well equipped for whatever we encounter next. You need to purchase any item for the Quartermaster Richter and sell any of your items to her.
Keep your guard up.
That's what we're going to do now. This is what I was just talking about. We're going to sell our items. So we want to buy a tabard. And then we want to sell this stuff. Anything that has this yellow circle on it is just junk. So we can safely get rid of that without having to worry about it. It's useless items. They are purely for us to get gold from. So now these are all items that we don't need. We have better or the same. So we're going to sell all of these and clear our bags out. This here, this is food. Sometimes this is useful. So it's up to you. You can sell it. I personally, because we can heal ourselves up, I'm going to sell it because we don't need to use it for food. But if you're playing a class that doesn't have the ability to heal itself up, then you might want to hang on to that food just in case you can use it.
See you around.
This last item, this is a tabard that we just bought. We can put it on right here in our tabard spot, and it just kind of gives you some colorful appearance. Nothing major. Doesn't do anything stat-wise or really. Also, on the character screen, it will show you your stats here. So right now we have 27 strength, 56 stamina, 30 armor, 5% critical strike chance, and 10% chance to block. 10% chance to block is pretty much from having a shield right here. It gives us 30 block. And we have, yeah, 10% chance. Our armor will reduce how much damage you take. Stamina increases how much health you have. And strength for Paladin, at least for protection or retribution, just increases how strong your attacks and abilities are.
Together.
Moving on, stocking up on supplies. All stocked up, that's great. Private Cole and Quartermaster Richter also found this bag in the nearby ruins. They thought you might make good use of it. These are bags. The bags will typically automatically equip. Otherwise, they'll be in your bag here, and you can just equip it down here in your bag slot. But I believe they typically automatically equip now. Mine have been, at least. Alright, so now let's go talk to Private Cole.
Reporting for duty.
A Paladin's service. I found something strange while using Lindy's Scout-O-Matic that you should probably know about. The ghost of a Paladin appeared on the hill nearby. She looked straight at the Scout-O-Matic and asked for you. I don't understand a whole lot about Paladins in the light, but I think you may not want to ignore her. We need to speak with the Paladin's ghost. Now this is specifically a Paladin quest. If you're playing another class, you may have a different quest. We also have this quest here from Bjorn Stouthands. Captain Garrick wants us to search west of camp for any other members of the expedition. Ilaria and I will go on ahead. Meet us to the west and we'll see what we can find. We need to meet Bjorn Stouthands west of the Alliance camp. Let's see. We'll go ahead and grab this quest too, since we're right here. Talk to Henry Garrick. Thanks for saving me, Buck Test. I'll do my best to be of help to you. We need to find the remaining survivors of my expedition before the ogres sacrifice them for their dark ritual. I saw one of the survivors being dragged away by some harpies. They have a roost to the north. Keela and I will meet you up there with a scouting report. Meet with Henry Garrick near the harpy roost.
Watch out for ogres.
Alright, so we have a blue circle here, and that's up this hill. So we're going to go up here and do the harpy problem, and we'll come back and do westward bound, since they're in opposite directions. Now we're going to turn right up here. We have two quests over here we can do. Because this little yellow exclamation point, that means it's a side quest. So it's not part of the main campaign. When you see one that has this little banner behind it, that means it's part of the main storyline. And we have to do that to progress the main storyline. So we're going to talk to Lightspawn here and get the side quest. Ah, you are not in league with the ogres. Please, you must aid me. I have been bound against my will by dark magic. I ask only that you free me. Take a piece of my light and use it to dispel the necrotic energies that are keeping me captive. So we need to use his light to dispel nearby necrotic energy. So we're going to go here, and as you can see, it's like lit up yellow. That means you can click on it, and it's part of your quest. So let's click, and we're going to purify it. Don't move while that's casting, or else it'll interrupt it. Now, second one, same thing. Don't move, or else it'll interrupt it. We have a third one here. And the fourth and final one over here.
Step forward, Paladin. The light will aid you in your time.
We'll do that quest in a minute. So we're freeing him. Lightspawn has now been freed. So let's turn this quest in. You have my thanks, Bucktest. I must leave this world, but I wish you luck. Take my blessing. May it aid you against these monsters. And the following will be cast on you, Light Speed, which will give us a 60% speed boost for 10 minutes, which is excellent. So now we can move a lot faster for the next 10 minutes. Alright, so let's talk to her. Light's presence is weak here, but your struggles have not gone unheard. I have been sent here to bestow a boon upon you, one who is a novice paladin. So we need to ask her, what does the light wish of me? Protect those as you would wish the light protect you. Do not fret if you fail. The light loves us for our victories and our failures. All the light wishes is for you to try, to strive to do good, and to try again if you stumble. It's a really good life lesson there. I will do my best to serve the light. I swear to it. Click on that, and now we get the quest. Those who serve the light will know its blessing. Accept this gift, Paladin. Call upon it when your strength fails and when hope seems lost. The light will protect you from harm. So she's going to give us the Divine Spell ability, which is a big immune bubble. So if we press P, or open our spell book here, one, we got Word of Glory, so we need to put that down here. This is a ability that will use our holy power, so again we have to build up holy power, and then it allows us to heal either someone else or ourselves, whoever we want to. The ability we just got for this quest, though, is Divine Shield. We want to press it and use it down here. We can put it on our bars. This puts a big bubble on you for 8 seconds that makes you immune to all damage. All damage, not just certain types or anything. Makes you take no damage at all. Now, we are going to accept this quest. This island has been cursed by necrotic magic. The light can only just reach this place. Call upon its divine shield to step through the barrier before us unharmed and destroy this vile altar. Show the darkness on this island that you are protected by the light's embrace. So we need to cross the barrier by using the divine shield. Now, if your divine shield, if you make a mistake or whatever, when this comes off cooldown, you can come back to her. Or if it goes on cooldown, it's got a 5-minute cooldown, so it's a really long one. But for this quest, if you make a mistake, and so let's show you, I'll hit this, and oh no, I'm running around. Oh no, I didn't get inside the shield. Well, now I can't use it, but I can come to her, I can tell her to lower the cooldown, and she'll reset it for us. Now this ability, this debuff, because there are 3 types of spells that put us on you: Divine Shield, Hand of Protection, or Lay on Hands. It gives you this thing called Forbearance for like 20 seconds, 30 seconds. You just can't have another one of those 3 spells on you. So let's do this correctly. Divine Shield, we're going to go inside here, and we're going to click on this to destroy the altar. And now the altar is destroyed, the barrier is gone, and we can go and talk to her and turn in the quest. You have done well, Bucktest. Dispel this foul magic wherever you encounter it. My task has been fulfilled. The light calls to me. Good luck, and remember that the light's warmth will always embrace you.
Light be with you.
So we got that quest done. We are still level 7. We're gonna move up here and turn this quest in.
It seems
Cut
the
through these
Harpies
trees.
are holding one of your people captive.
That's Merity, our mage. We have to rescue her.
Seems the Harpies are up to no good. We'll need your help with this.
Stay away from dark
We have
magic.
2 quests and another one from her. The ogres and their allies are trying to sacrifice the rest of my expedition for some necrotic ritual. We won't let that happen. We're going to choose this first one. The rescue of Merity Huntswell. Our expedition's mage, Merity Huntswell, is being held by the Harpies. We've got to stop their ritual and rescue Merity. You lead the charge. Keelaw and I will back you up if things look dire.
Watch out for ogres.
Purge the totems. The Harpies' totems are scattered throughout the area. Harpies are known for using their magic to corrupt those nearby. Even now, I can hear foul whispers in the air. We must destroy these totems before any of us are tainted by their dark magic. We just set fire to 5 Harpy totems.
Stay away from dark magic.
Let's see what her quest
See
is.
this through.
Harpy Calling. The Harpies are preparing for a dreadful assault buck test. They plan to attack our allies back at camp. Harpies swoop in and snatch their victims before bringing them back to their nests to feast. We have to stop them. Slay the Harpies and their wargs to ensure their forces are too weak to stage an assault. Defeat 10 Harpies and their allies.
Face of danger.
Alright, so up here, these little yellow
I
dots,
just hope
dots,
Merity is okay.
She will be. Come on.
these little yellow dots up here, these are where the totems are at. So let's take out the Harpy. And we need to click the totem, and that will burn the totems. Here's another totem. We'll burn it. That's 2. We'll burn this one. All the Harpies are already dead because other people have come through and killed them. That happens sometimes. Not a big deal. And we've got that one. Alright, let's grab this totem, and we'll open up this chest over here. This might get us our next level. We'll see. Not quite. Close, but not quite. Here's some more. Use our consecration. And our judgment. Here's another totem. This should be the last totem we need. Let's go down here and find another Harpy and these wargs. Alright, we're going to pop down 6. That way it hits everybody. So it's doing damage to all of them. Use our shield, and that took out 2 of them. And there we go. All 3 are down. Grab our loot. Let's go take out these wargs. And that might finish up the quest. At least the... Yeah, we got 10 of them. So now we want to go up this hill. And across this tree. This hollowed out tree. We need to talk to Merity Huntswell. No, you gotta run! The Harpies are using me as bait to get the rest of you. I'll fight the Harpies that come. Can you use your magic to break free?
I'll cast a spell to get myself out of here.
Alright, so we want to attack these Harpies and keep her safe. Stun that one. Let's wait for any more. Here they are. You want to make sure you're always facing them when you're attacking them.
Hang in there. I'm here to help.
Keep fighting. I'll heal you. I'll try my best to help.
Alright, we got all of them. I think this might be the last wave. Let's use Crusader Strike. Judgment. Another Crusader strike. There we go.
We can beat it if we fight together.
Alright, so we have the big boss right here. Bloodbeak. Oh no. We'll stun Bloodbeak. Move out of that circle. Drop Consecration again. Use Crusader Strike. Got a lot of health. Move out of the circle. And use Shield of Righteousness. You have 3 holy power. And we did it.
Come on, let's get out of here while we can.
Alright, let's go this way. There's a rare here, so we're going to take out the rare. We can catch up to it. Someone else is fighting it too. Let's see if we can tag it. Get credit. Oh, nope, not quite. Oh, well. Alright, we'll jump down here. Oh, I'm stuck. There we go. Alright, we'll turn in these quests. We should definitely get our level from these.
Come, speak with
That should keep our camp safe for now. We must hurry and stop whatever these ogres have planned.
Stay focused.
We have to rescue my friends.
Alright, so we got rank 2 of Judgment. And then we also got the ability to loot in an area, so we can loot everything. So this is if you just hit level 8, you now can loot everything at once instead of just one enemy at a time. Alright, the foul magic in this area is dissipating. I think we're safe for now.
Be careful out there.
It needed some magic.
You rescued me from a grim fate. Being a practicing mage, I always figured one of my own spells would do me in, not a harpy.
Oh, those ogres won't know what hit them.
We did it. What a rush. Is this how it feels to be an adventurer? I could get used to it. Let's get back to our camp and inform the captain of our success. We need to return to camp. Before we do that, though, we have a new piece of gear, so let's open our bags. See what we got. We have this belt, which has 1 strength and 1 stamina on it, which is better than what we have, because our current one doesn't have anything. Alright, so let's head back to camp. We need to go this way. We are getting close to being done with Exile's Reach.
We saved Merity. All thanks to this recruit.
Good work. Now get some rest. We'll find the others soon.
I'm relieved you rescued Merity. That's 1 more life saved and 1 fewer sacrificed. And I'm glad to see you helped Henry get back to his old self. We'll work with Merity to figure out a plan of action.
Stay focused and
Alright, now we got a new piece of gear. So we got new legs, and again, these have 1 strength and 2 stamina. Our current pieces don't have anything, so let's put those on. Let's also sell what we don't need. So we're going to sell this stuff. We don't need these. We don't need that. We don't need that.
have a good one. How are you?
We'll sell this. Now, these are healing potions. You can hang on to those if you want. I'm getting rid of them just because we can heal ourselves, so I don't need them. And I'd rather have bag space. But if you can't heal yourself, hang on to those. You can use that during combat to instantly heal yourself for whatever the amount is that the file or the health potion says. Those are just your health potions. There's lots of different types of health potions that you'll find as you're playing. You always want to keep your most powerful ones typically so that you can use them if you need them. Alright, so we need to go to this one. A giant pit of spiders right on our doorstep. Aren't we the lucky ones?
I'll save a pint for you if you want it.
The winds whisper of people being trapped in the pit. It seems there may be more members of the expedition within. I fear it will be up to you to make the descent and save the survivors. There should be 6 in total, though the winds say that 1 is farther away from the others. With our luck, the last survivor is at the bottom of the pit. Good luck, Buck Test, and make sure no spiders follow you back out. So we need to rescue 5 trapped expedition members from cocoons currently. So we're going to go down here and we'll find some cocoons and probably fight some spiders along the way. Here's one. Okay, so we have to go down here and finish finding our cocoons. There's one right here. Again, you click on it, don't move or else it'll interrupt that cast. Haven't seen any spiders. There's 3. Here's some spiders, some little ones. We'll just put that out and that should take care of them. Here's number 4 and a big spider. That's 4. We need to go get our last one for this quest. And it'll be right up here.
Is someone there? Help! Elune, guide them to me.
We have to find the last person who's down here. Here they are. Have to defeat Hrun to rescue Ralia Dream Chaser. Sometimes the quests will change as you discover things, so let's take Hrun out. Let's stun them. They're stunned. They can't move. We did a good job. Now we have enough for Shield of the Righteous. And we did it.
You saved my life. Allow me to return the favor. Hop on.
She turned into a deer because she's a druid, so we can jump onto the deer and she'll take us out.
Shield us from harm.
Let's careful, we gotta go. We've got stuff exploding all around us. Fire everywhere. Oh my goodness. You gonna make it out alive?
Hey, little spiders.
Oh no. So much fire. Rocks falling down.
These poor creatures. We cannot stop to help them.
So close. So much fire. Oh, that's a big jump.
Alive!
You made it out.
You did a good job saving those people and dealing with those spiders.
Those spiders were victims too. They just lost their home.
Yeah, well, I guess you could see it that way.
Let's run down here and turn our quest
You
in.
should have known better than to say that to a druid.
You were just telling me how much you hate spiders.
The light shines on all creatures. That does not mean I have to like them. We can't rest
Alright,
until
Ralia
we
Dream Chaser is a druid of the Cenarian Circle, an order dedicated to protecting the wilds of Azeroth. Thank you for rescuing her. Her aid is sure to be of use against the ogres. We're gonna get some new plate wrist here. We've rescued everyone except for the expedition's captain. Lindy's Scout-O-Matic spotted her just outside Darkmaul Citadel. Mirady has come up with an interesting plan to rescue the captain. It may be our only chance. Come, we'll convene in the shadow of Darkmaul Citadel, and there we will begin our rescue mission. So we need to meet them up there. First, we have a new spell. We have Hand of Reckoning. So this is a taunt that'll force enemies to come and attack us. So let's go check out where we need to go. We're heading to the Citadel, which is the big giant building up here. We need to equip our wrists while we're running. Put those on. Now we have the best armor we can. Oh, we have a side quest over here. Let's go see if we can do this. Now this side quest, it recommends 3 people. So if you're new, this might be hard to do. We're going to go ahead and try it because we can heal ourselves though. Okay, so you see a crude sign made by ogres. It contains a warning. Big bear. Big bear. Guard big ogre treasure. Kill after ritual. Get treasure. Make more power. So we need to go defeat Kill Claw the Terrible. It's right here. We'll see if we can get him. We're gonna stun him. We're doing all right. Oh no, he stunned us. We're gonna heal real quick. Remember to keep concentration down whenever that yellow stuff goes away. We're gonna heal real quick. It's a hard fight, but I think we're gonna get him. We did it. Alright, so let's go get our treasure. And get out of here before he comes and fights us again. Find a cache of treasure, just like the ogre's sign mentioned. Alright, we got a new piece of gear. We'll cook that while we're running because we want to hustle and get out of here before he respawns. That's one thing you have to watch. He does respawn pretty fast, so if you take too long in there, you might have to fight him twice. He's very close to respawning. Should be good. Alright, we got out of there in time. So now we'll run up here.
Together, we'll see our
Alright,
way through
Buck
this.
Test. I hope you're a good actor because you're about to play to a very tough crowd.
Keep your guard up. Lives depend on us.
We need to get inside Darkmel's Citadel, rescue the captain of the expedition, and stop the ogre necromancer behind all of this. Mirady is going to cast an illusion to make you look like an ogre, and you're going to take us all in as prisoners. The plan is inventive, but it's the best way to get us behind enemy lines. Speak with Mirady when you're ready for her to cast the spell. She assures me the effects will be temporary. Have Mirady transform you into an ogre, then scout the nearby ogre citadel.
Focused and sharp.
What's on your mind?
This will be fun, I promise. Just a little forbidden void magic mixed together with druidic components, and bam! I bet you'll make a fine ogre. Alright, I'm ready. Let's click it.
Think you feel a strange thing.
We're gonna turn into an ogre.
Illusion is working.
All right, recruit.
Oh man, look at that.
Get us inside
We're a
the
big old smelly ogre.
Use big words. In fact, don't say anything at all. Just smile and wave.
I am an ogre.
Your sacrifices. Go to
So we're sneaking through. They haven't noticed us yet.
Grave at Gorgoth.
We define the ogre cooking area.
Keep moving. Let's see what we can learn about the ritual.
Here's the ogre cooking area.
Do we have here all the
Alright, now for this quest, we have to type /wave to Gorgoth. So we want to click on him, and then you gotta, with your keyboard, hit the slash, and then type wave, W-A-V-E. And your ogre will wave. We're waving to Gorgroth. Hi, Gorgroth.
Seal them with the ward stones like we did their leader. It is
Alright, now we're going to go up
time
here.
complete the ritual atop the citadel. Then all will bow before us.
Captain Kelra! No. How can we break these seals?
There is always a
Here's
way.
our captain.
Ogres and necromancy. A dangerous combination.
We're close to stopping all of this. We just need to push a little farther.
Keep your guard up. Lives depend on us.
Captain Kelra won't last much longer. We need to acquire the ward stones to break the ritual before it kills her. We'll hold the line here. Take out those ogres' lieutenants and get the ward stones.
Don't leave. Gorgroth mentioned ward stones. Find them so we can free the captain.
This is bad, Bucktest. Captain Kelra is bound by magic. The ogres are preparing to attack our friends, and the ritual is almost complete. That's a lot of bad stuff. I have to stay calm. We can't give up now, right? This may sound risky, but we need to take the fight to the ogres. We're behind enemy lines, so we'll be able to get the jump on them and draw their focus away from the camp. Take down any ogres that you can. That should keep them away from our friends.
Watch out for ogres.
It sounds like the ogres plan on attacking our friends back at the camp. I saw them working on some catapults. Didn't know them oafs knew how to use them. Lucky for you, I packed something special, courtesy of that little fella Lindy. Take these bombs. They'll make quick work of those catapults. We gotta just blow up 4 catapults. So we're gonna head down here. We've got lieutenants. We've got all sorts of quests down here to do. So much good stuff to do. The first thing we're going to do is go over to the right here. We're going to go inside here. There should be a lieutenant in here. Wug. We need to cover Wug's wardstone. Wug. Stun him. Gonna use Crusader Strike. Judgment. Drop Consecration. Oh, he's down. We got him. We got our wardstone. We're going to go to the left because we have Jugnug in here to take out. Let's go take out Jugnug. Watch out for the swirl. Move out of that so you don't get hit. Reapply Consecration. Get another Holy Power and Judgment. And we got him. Now let's take out the Shadowcaster so that we can get rid of this catapult. Catapult first. Stun him. Take out these guys. Crusader Strike and Judgment for the win. We have 4 of 8 on the ogres. Let's go take out his catapult. And our health's a little low, so let's heal up really quick. Let's do 2 of those. And we'll destroy the catapult. Let's go over here. There's another ogre brute over here. Crusader Strike as soon as it's available. Same with Judgment. Anytime they're available to use, you want to use it. Same with Shield of the Righteousness. Or Shield of the Righteous. Alright, and our last catapult over here. We'll stun him. Use our Shield of the Righteous. When we get to level 10, we'll be able to pick our specialization. Alright, Grunk. Last guy here. Oh, watch out for the green swirl. Got him. Alright, we need to get one more ogre. Although, let's go up here, because there's a little chest up here. We want to loot that. So there's the last ogre. Let's see if we can get this chest without waking up this brute. See how he's sleeping? That means you might be able to sneak by him without him attacking you. We did it. We got our loot. Now we can run back. Turn in our quest. Although we gotta disable the runes for keeping Captain Kelra held in place. And then we'll have the mini dungeon, and then we are done with this area, and we were done with Exile's Reach. Congratulations, you are almost finished your first WoW zone. Gotta go stop the summoning ritual. There's a lot of fun stuff to do in this game. A lot of cool areas. Like this place is such a cool looking area.
I'll try my best.
Alright. This should buy us enough time to stop the ritual.
Be careful.
There's level 10. So since we are level 10, we're gonna press N. Or you can come down here to where this little target with a dagger sticking out of it. It says specialization and talents. So we want to pick our specialization. So I mentioned this earlier. Holy is a healing specialization. Protection is a tank specialization. So neither of these do that much damage. Healer doesn't do much damage at all. You're mainly healing people. Protection does okay damage, but it's mainly about taking damage and not dying. Retribution, though, is all about doing damage. So we are going to pick Retribution. You can pick whichever one you want, but we're going to go with Retribution. We're going to hit Activate. And a few things are going to happen when we do that. So now, one, we want to make sure our specialization is set for Retribution, which it is. It should automatically be that. We also have some new abilities. So, we've lost some abilities. So Shield of the Righteous, we do still have Shield of the Righteous. So we have Hammer of Wrath, which is a new ability. You can only use it on enemies that have less than 20% health. We're going to put that down here. We're going to take Taunt and put it up here because we don't really need that. Word of Glory is fine there. Consecration's fine. Hammer of Justice is fine. Flashlight's good. We have 2 charges of Crusader Strike now, so we can use it 2 times, which is awesome. So we have Blessing of Freedom that we learned, which we're going to put this here. And this will make you immune to movement impairing effects. We're going to put it right up here. So this will make you immune to movement impairing effects. So if something would slow you down or keep you from moving, you can use this to break free of that. We have Sense Undead, which really isn't that important. We're not going to put that on our bar. I guess we'll throw it over here. This just makes any undead show up on your mini-map. It's not a big deal. Now with Retribution, we have Divine Protection, which is a 1.5 minute cooldown. It is a defensive. I like to put my defensives up here. We're also going to put Bubble up here. So these will basically just keep you safe if you, in the event of you getting hurt or something. Actually, where I want this at is, hang on. I want this right there. So that just, for 8 seconds, we take 20% less damage. And bubble, I want right here. And this one we want here. I think that's where I like to have that. Now we have Templar's Verdict. This is the big difference here. So right now we don't have a two-handed weapon. Once we get a two-handed weapon, we're going to use Templar's Verdict every time we have Holy Power instead of Shield of the Righteous. We don't have that yet, but we'll go ahead and put it right here so that we know we're going to replace that out. So let's turn in this quest. Great work. I'll have to tell Lindy that his bombs work perfectly. Alright, so now we need to break free of these runes. And now Captain Kelra is free! Alright, let's talk to Captain Kelra. So these were the stones used to bind me. The ogres clearly were concerned about thwarting their plans.
There is still work to be done.
Thank you for saving me, but we have no time to lose. The ogres will not stop until they have raised the dragon.
The ritual must be stopped.
Gorgroth plans to raise a powerful dragon, Ravenir, from the dead. He conducts the dark ritual atop this citadel. You have stymied his efforts by saving me and my crew. You must storm the citadel and stop him from completing the ritual. His dark magic is an affront to the light. We will need all the help we can get. Gorgoth's most elite lieutenants await within the citadel. We need to complete the dungeon, Darkmaul Citadel. So that is what we are about to go do. So you need to go to Group Finder for this quest, which you can either click this or you can press I on your keyboard. And you just click here for Darkmaul Citadel, put a check on it, and hit Find Group. This is going to put you in a little miniature dungeon with a bunch of NPCs that will do the quest for you. Now, sometimes you might get in with an actual person, but usually it's going to have NPCs here that will fight with you and help you. For this part, at least. Looks like we have an actual person with us, though. So this here is an actual person that is going to be helping us out. This is an actual dungeon. We need to fight these people.
We can't rest until we stop the ritual.
We don't need to stun this one. Alright, we got that one. Let's take out this. Good job.
Keep pushing.
This place is full of necrotic energy. They must be close to reanimating the dragon.
So when you're in a dungeon, there's usually lots of enemies, and you also want to be watching for any mechanics that might happen. So like little swirls that are on the ground and stuff like that that might do a lot of damage to you. You'll see some here in a bit. Usually the boss fights are where you're going to see those. You'll also typically have 5 people with you in a dungeon. You have a healer and a tank, and then 3 DPS, which is what we are. Oh, he knocked us back. Oh, he's below health, so we can use that Hammer of Wrath ability. Nicely done. Now this is the first boss. Now, he is not able to be stunned, so sometimes you have enemies like that that are strong that cannot be stunned.
Henry, you heal us up.
Understood, Captain.
Watch out for that. There's a little frontal scream. He's getting close to 20%, so we should be able to use our Hammer of Wrath soon. It's a very strong ability. You want to use it anytime it's available. It's available, so let's use it. It's got a small cooldown on it. We're going to put this up here, actually. We've got a two-handed weapon. All right, so we're going to equip that. And then what we need to do, we need to put that on and that on. And now we need to swap out this Templar's Verdict with that Shield of Righteousness, because we're going to use that from now on. And this does a lot of damage. We're going to use that, and it does so much damage. And we're just going to stun this guy right away. 1, 2, Templar's Verdict. Big chunk of damage there. Excellent.
Ogres and necromancy. There's Gorgroth and the dragon he's trying to
All right, here's the second boss.
You will not stop the ritual. Not after all we have done.
Ooh, he's hitting hard.
For the Alliance.
Need to heal ourselves. The big heal, though. Oh, watch the purples. Don't stand in the purple circles. And we got him.
No, he's completing the ritual.
We did it. But,
I think we stopped it.
oh, we stopped the ritual. Oh no, no we didn't.
Don't give up. We can still win.
Stay to his side, because he's probably got a tail sweep and a frontal. Sometimes these dragons have big frontal breasts they do. It's a knockback right there. Not a big deal, just run back to where you're at. It's Hammer of Wrath. He's almost gone. We almost got him. We did it. We got another ring. We're going to equip that.
We've done it. The ogres and their dragon have been defeated, and the storm is cleared. Recruit, speak to me when you're ready to leave the Citadel. We need to find a way back to Stormwind.
Alright, so now we've finished our first dungeon. So we're going to speak to Captain Garrick to leave the Citadel.
See our way through this.
You should feel proud of yourself, Bucktest. We all worked together to thwart the plans of an insane necromancer while rescuing a missing expedition. Let's get out of this Citadel. We need to figure out how we're going to get off this island. Alright, now we tell her, let's get out of the Citadel and figure out how to get back home.
Stay focused and sharp.
So we did it.
Look,
We defeated the dungeon.
reinforcements.
We got some nice loot, too. Look at this weapon we've got. Little big old tree branch club. That looks pretty cool. Alright, let's talk to Captain Garrick.
We can't rest until we stop the ritual.
It seems things are finally looking up for us. I think it's time we return to Stormwind. We'll get a helmet with this, too, so that's really nice.
Guard up. Lives depend on us.
Let's equip that helmet real quick. Now, guys, we look cool. Alright, it's time for us to head back to Stormwind. Now that reinforcements have arrived and the storm has passed, you and the other recruits have been invaluable to this operation, Bucktest. I'll make sure to include that in my report to the king. Hop on a griffin. Let's go home.
Stay focused. Excellent work, recruit.
All right.
Hop on the Griffin and fly home to Stormwind.
So right here, we're just going to go and click on this griffin. We also are now level 11. So one thing we need to do, since we have our retribution thing active, we have talent points. We have 2 talent points, 1 for each one. So every level you get, you're going to gain 1 talent point for one of these 2 talent trees. So over here, we have a few options right off the bat. We can pick Lay on Hands, which heals you for all of your, makes you full health. You can use it once every 10 minutes. You get Consecration Aura, which basically, and Devotion Aura, which basically reduces the damage you take or reduces immune or interrupt and silence effects on you. We also have Obduracy, which increases your speed and damage taken from area effect attacks by 2%. We have Divine Steed, which is really nice. Might take that actually. We have Turn Evil, which the power of the light compels the undead. You basically can allow undead, aberrations, or demon targets, make them flee. Not a huge deal. Greater Judgment. It causes the target to take 20% increased damage from your next holy power ability. That's actually really good. We are probably going to take Greater Judgment for the damage. Next up over here, we have Blade of Justice. This is the only option we can get, but this is a very strong ability that we want to use. It will generate 1 holy power. It's got a 12-second cooldown. So we're going to take those 2, and you click Apply Changes down here, and now you get those abilities. So we have 9 right here is Blade of Justice. We're going to move that up here to 5, because that's a really good ability. And then we'll have all these. Actually, we're going to move that right here, because we want to use basically these in that order. So let's click on this and enjoy the cinematic. So we are ready to leave Exile's Reach.
The rest of those ogres are running for the hills! They never stood a chance.
In time, the island will heal from their dark.
It's a giant ogre statue over there. So we're leaving the island.
One of our airships approaches.
There's an airship.
True testament to the strength of the Alliance.
For the Alliance.
Come on, recruits. Let's go home.
The ogres are all running. We're just flying over all the places we were just at. We are heading to Stormwind, which is our capital city for the Alliance.
Stormwind City, capital of the Noble Alliance. Though they hail from many different lands, the races of the Alliance convene in Stormwind on matters of trade and diplomacy. Their age-old enemy, the Savage Horde, poses an ever-present threat. But no matter the challenge, the soldiers of Stormwind stand ready to face it. As one of the mightiest human kingdoms, Stormwind upholds an enduring tradition of brave knights and legendary heroes. Azeroth faces countless threats. Bold heroes are needed to rise up and defend her. For the Alliance!
For the Alliance! Alright, so we will turn this in, and then that'll be it. It's good to be back in Stormwind. I must report our mission success to the king, but I have an idea for what you can do in the meantime. We'll get a chest piece from this, we can turn that in. We'll equip that chest piece real quick. It's good to be back on solid ground after so much time at sea. Alright, so we will pick this up in our next video. We'll start the introductory to Stormwind and find out where we are going next. So thank you all for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the guide to Exile's Reach. Congratulations on completing your first zone in World of Warcraft and completing your first mini dungeon in World of Warcraft. Many, many more to go. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe. And we will see you next time as we explore Stormwind.